Good afternoon and good evening, whenever and wherever you are watching this live video from. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video we're going to answer this 2024 Mathematics Paper 2 random questions, of course. Just tell me where you are watching from, and if you have a question you can just tell me in the comment section the topic that is giving you hell. Okay, now tell me if it's clear, if the screen is clear, and if my sound also is clear, so that we begin without wasting much of the time. Is it clear? I guess it's clear. Let's begin. So let's solve the first question here, which is question 12a. This question 12a here. This is earth geometry. And the question reads: the points P is 80 degrees north, 50 degrees west. Q is this, R this, and T. So this is what we are given. So what do you do to sketch provided these points here? Okay, these points. So the very first thing we are asked to draw a sketch to represent the above information. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So this is a sketch. So this is question 12. Let me just write. This is question 12a. Okay, question 12a. So what you need to do in order to sketch this is what you do. You draw the circle like this. Okay, a circle like this. Then get the first point. The first point is 80 degrees north, 50 degrees south. The first thing is that it is 80 degrees what? North. So know that this side, this is north. Okay, south here, this is west, and this side is what? It's east. That's what we know. Okay, so what you do is draw the north P. So I'm going to draw this line like this. Okay, this is the north. Then these dotted lines, this broken line represents the other side, okay, of the Earth's globe. Now this is the 50 what? The 80 degrees north. Okay, 80 degrees north. Then the other point, since this is point P, is not yet complete, we have 50 degrees west. So it is on this side. So we're going to draw the longitude. Okay, longitude on the west side. Then I'm going to indicate that this longitude here, this is the 50 degrees west. By the way, this is north. It looks like west here. So this is 50 degrees west. So where these lines intersect, that's where what? That's where point P is. So point P is here. Okay, this is point P. Okay, then the next thing is you go to the next point, of course. So point P. Point Q, they're saying it is 80 degrees north. We've already drawn this line 80 degrees north, but it is 80 degrees what? East. So it is this side. So I'm just going to draw the what? The longitude on the east, this side, eastern side. Then I will indicate that this is a line which is 80 degrees east. 80 degrees what? East. Like this. Okay, nicely. Tell me where you are watching from. Okay. And if you have not subscribed, please remember to subscribe. You can also like the video. All right, this is the only way you can help the channel grow. All right, let's go to the next information. So this is 80 degrees north, 80 degrees east. So where this 80 degrees north and this east intersect, that's where point Q is. So this is where point Q is. Okay, I hope you can see clearly. Okay, that's where point Q is. Then the next point is R, 50 degrees north. Okay, 50 degrees north. So we have 80 degrees here. 80 degrees here. Now where is 50 degrees? Is it above or below? Remember, here we have the equator in the middle, 0 degrees. And as you go up here, then the latitude, the number of latitude or the degrees increase. So 50 degrees should be below what? Below the 80 degrees. Okay, like this. Okay, just indicate there like this. So this is the 50 what? 50 degrees north. Okay, 50 degrees north is point R, and they're saying it is on the what? This side. Look at this, 80 degrees east. So this is where point R is. So this is where R is. Okay, this is where R is. As simple as this. Then we have next point, which is point T. It's the last point, and it's saying 50 degrees north, this line, and 50 degrees west. Oh, it's here. You don't need to draw. It's already drawn. Where this 50 degrees north and 50 degrees west intersect, that's where point T is. So this is where point T is. All right. So yeah, we've illustrated, and this is the first question, which is question 1. Okay, we've sketched. Now the second question is saying calculate the distance QR along longitude what? 80 degrees east. Yes, this is along 80 degrees east. So QR, this distance. So this distance is along the line of what? Longitude. So now how do you calculate? This is simple. This is question 2.1. So you indicate that this is 2.1, 2A. Okay. Then the formula for calculating distance is QR is equals to theta over 360 degrees times 2 pi r. Okay, now what is the value of this q? Check. This is the distance in what? Longitude. Then q is the difference in latitude between q and r. So q is on latitude 80 degrees north, then r is on 50 degrees north. What did I tell you about having the same side, okay, same hemisphere, we subtract, right? We subtract. So we're going to say 80 minus 50. So 80 minus 50 is just what? 30 degrees. So here we're going to substitute with what? 30 degrees. We're going to say QR is equals to 30 degrees over 360 degrees times 2 times, check the pi we are given here as 3.142. So where there is this pi, we're going to substitute with what? 3.142. Okay, times the radius of the earth is in kilometers, so we're going to use 60,370 or 6370. Okay, like this. Then we multiply. So QR is equals to, now use a calculator and multiply. Okay, so if I use my calculator here, 30 divided by 360 multiplied by 2 times 3.142 multiplied by 6370. You can confirm. This is giving me 3,335. Okay, 0.775666. Now the degree of accuracy here is not specified, so we need to leave our answer correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So the number after this 3 is greater than or equal to 5. Okay, so we're going to add 1 to this 3, and this 3 becomes what? Becomes 4, and this 5 becomes 0. We're going to maintain this as 3. So 3,340 kilometers. This is the answer to the first question here. All right, let's go to the second question, which is question B. Question B here, we are asked to calculate the distance RT here. RT along latitude 50 degrees what? North in kilometers. Okay, this is simple. All right, so this is question B, RT. So RT distance, this is along the line of latitude, so the formula is just slightly different from this one. So it is theta over 360 degrees multiplied by 2 times R cos x. Okay, cos x. So it is this formula, just add cos x here, this side, when you're calculating distance along the line of what? Latitude. All right, so this becomes RT is equals to, what is the theta? This is the theta. The theta is the difference in longitude between point T and R. T is on 50 degrees west longitude. R is on 80 degrees east. So we're going to add the two since they are located on the different hemispheres. So we're going to say 50 degrees plus 80 degrees. And the answer is 130 degrees. Okay, just confirm. So here we're going to substitute with 130 degrees over 360 degrees times 2. Pi is 3.142. So times 3.142. Then the radius of the earth is 6370. Then cos x. X is the latitude in which TR, which is the latitude 50. So I'm going to substitute here with what? With 50. Okay. Then RT is equals to, punch these on your calculator, and we're going to say 130 divided by 360 times 2, okay, times 2 times 3.142 multiplied by 6370 cos 50, and this is giving me 9,000. This is giving me 9,291.4599. Okay. Now the degree of accuracy is not specified here, so I need to leave our answer correct to 3 significant figures. All right, guys, if you've just joined, we are looking at random questions mathematics paper 2. And if this is your first time being on this channel, consider subscribing and like the video. Thank you so much. So 3 significant figures. So therefore RT is equals to, this is the third significant figure, which is this 9. All right, and then the number after this 9 is less than 5. So we're not going to add 1 to this one. We're going to maintain this 9, but this one becomes what? 0. Then the 2 becomes remains 2, and the 9 as 9. Okay, the way it is. Then the units is in kilometers, so we're going to write kilometers. Hapo manje ni shwatenga na 6 marks. All right, this is 6 marks. So this is the question we've just answered. All right, this is the question we've just answered. Question 12A of 2025 GC. This GCE or internal? This is supposed to be GCE. Okay, should be GCE. All right, so that's the answer to the question. All right. So if you have a question, you can suggest in the comment section the question we should answer. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Jones. Yeah, it's external. Yes, it's external. Which question would you want me to answer from this paper? So there is except the ones for graphing, because I don't have a graph. Okay, trigonometry. Okay. All right, let me help you with trigonometry. Trigonometry, let me check. Where is trigonometry? Section B, this one. Okay. Trigonometry. Let me help you answer this trigonometry. And when are you writing your exams, Jones? Is it this year or next year GCE? Okay, so Jones asked me to answer this question, and without further ado, I'm going to answer it. Trigonometry. So the diagram shows a triangle PQR in which PR is 8.9. Okay, this what we've been given here. So now, what are we going to do when you're given such a question? The first thing is you need to know that this is a non-right angled triangle. This is a non-right angled triangle. Being a non-right angled triangle, so it means that you need to apply the 2 rules, either the cosine or the sine rule. Okay, now look at this. When do you apply the cosine rule? The cosine rule is applicable when you are given all the three sides. Let's say this is A, this is B, and this is C. When you're given all the three sides, let's say this is 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers, 5 km. When you're given all the three sides, which is side, 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 you use the cosine rule. That's the condition. The second condition is that we use the cosine rule when you are given two angles, two sides, the first rather, and an included angle. This included angle, it means that the angle should be in between the two sides. Zimvera mwatizi. Side, angle, side. The angle should be in between. We use the cosine rule. So let's take, for instance, this is A, B, C. If the angle is here, let's say 130 degrees, 130, where do you think the sides should be? Since the angle should be in between, it means that the side should be this side 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers, like this. If the angle is on the other side, you can't use the cosine rule. Now the question is, when do you use the sine rule? We use the sine rule when we can't use the cosine rule. Simple. If it's not this or this, use the sine rule. Now, let's begin. Check. This triangle we are given here, we will use what? The cosine rule, which is side, angle, side. Simple. All right. So, we're going to write the sides. Let me just get a pencil so that you clearly see where I'll be putting the sides. Okay. So, sides we use small letters. So this is small letter R, opposite of this angle. Opposite of this angle Q here is this side, which is Q, the side. Opposite of this angle here, angle P, is this side, which is P. Okay, so we are going to use these exactly. Remember, in the first page of this question, you are given the formula, right? You are given the formula, but that's just a standard formula. You need to come up with your own formula from the question, and this is exactly what I'm doing. The first question is saying, find the PQ is 5 marks. 5 marks. So, question 9A, Roman numeral 1. Don't forget to write question numbers. Okay. But now it's easy because each question has a space where you're supposed to answer from. So, according to this, starting with the side that is missing, which is R. So, I'm going to write R squared is equals to the other two sides. So I'm going to say P squared plus Q squared. So this comes from the Pythagoras theorem. Then you attach negative 2, okay, to the two sides now, PQ. So PQ cos the angle given, the only angle given here is R. So capital letter R. This is the formula we're going to use. All right. So R is PQ. So we're going to substitute PQ, and can't write squared here without putting the brackets. If I write squared, it means that if I write like this, it means that only Q is squared. So put in brackets to show that both squared. Don't be on pressure. Anyway, P is what? P is 12.5. 12.5. I guess you have calculators there so that you'll be solving together. So 12.5 is squared. Okay. 12 point. So where is the negative 2 coming from? Thank you. So the negative 2 here is coming from the concept of right angle what? Right angle triangle. Okay? Right angle triangle. Now, this is a concept that I can spend like 5 minutes or 15 minutes explaining, coming up with a formula. But you don't need that if you are taking the O level. What you just need at this level is just know that always here is negative 2. Okay? Always is negative what? Negative 2. I think in the next video I'll show you where this negative 2 is coming from. Okay? But as you are preparing, since you're just preparing for the exam, just know that always whatever is here is negative 2 times the sides given. Okay? I think that will help you. Okay? It's always then mean that next time we use negative 1, negative 4, negative whatever. No, it's always negative 2. All right. Now, plus Q is 8.9. 8.9 squared minus 2 multiplied by P is 12.5. So 12.5 like this, multiplied by, just using the bracket, Q, which is 8.9, close bracket, cos R is what? 130.6, 130.6 degrees. Okay, something like this. All right, so this is what we are given. Now we have PQ here squared is equals to, what is 12.5 squared? Help me with calculations, guys. What is 12.5 squared? Okay, 12.5 squared, 156.25. This is what is giving me. You can just confirm. 156.25. Okay, plus 8.9 squared. 8.9 squared. This is 79.21. 79.21. 79.21 minus, so here just multiply. So we see every stage here is very important. This is 5 marks, guys. This is 5 marks. So do you know that you can punch everything here in the calculator and give you the one answer, but it's 5 marks. You need to show every stage. So here just multiply this times this times this, these 3. So going to say negative 2 times 12.5, is this 12.5? Yes, times 8.9. 8.9. Okay, this is giving me negative 222.5 cos what? 130.6. Then PQ, this is where I've reached a stage where most of students make mistakes. All right, now here you deal with like terms. At this stage, just deal with these two. Why can't you even subtract this? Because it's the same as we have 2 plus 3 minus 2x. You see, these are unlike terms. I mean, this one, the first two are like terms, so it will be 5 minus 2x. Now, since we already have this x is the same as cos, okay, the cos here. So even here, let's add the first two. It's 5 marks. Every step is very important. If you just joined, guys, this is your first time being on this channel, subscribe. We are solving this 2024 mathematics paper 2 random questions, and Jones requested for this in the comment section, trigonometry, and this is what we are solving. So you can also do the same. You can request if you have mathematics paper 2 2025 with you there, 2024 rather, with you. Okay, so let's add the two. 156.25 plus 79.21. 79.21 Okay, the answer is this is giving me 235.46 minus 222.5 cos 130 degrees. I want you 130.6 degrees rather. I want you to follow me very carefully here as I'm solving, because each step is very important. Okay? Zulu Adrian watching from Chongwe, thank you so much. Now, this stage, you can now punch everything here in the calculator. So we're going to maintain here as PQ. Make sure don't be slow when solving this in your exam. Okay, so we have 235. Okay, 235.46 minus 222.5 cos 130.6 degrees. This is giving me 380.2572.633. Okay, this is what it's giving me. Now, when you reach this stage, we are asked to find PQ, not PQ squared. And here is PQ squared. So we are going to square root both sides like this. So this square symbol and the 2 cancel. We just remain with P what? PQ is equals to. Then you take the square root of the 380. This is giving me 19.500,186. Remember, we are not told to leave our answer to any degree of accuracy. No, we are just asked to do what? To calculate. Now, when you are not given the degree of accuracy, according to the instruction in the first page of this paper, and we are asked to leave our answer correct to what? To 3 significant figures, because this is not a whole number, this is a decimal. It's a fraction, which is a decimal what? Number. All right? If it's not in degrees, we leave it to what? To 3 significant figures. If it's in degrees and it's an angle, we leave it to 2 decimal places. That's the clear instruction is given in the exam. So we have 1, 2, 3. This is the third number. So the answer becomes 19.5 units kilometers, centimeters. So make sure you understand the units. All right, it's in centimeters. So here it is centimeters. Nice. This is the first question. I've just spent a lot of time explaining. Now let's go to the next question. I think here I will not waste much time. All right. We are asked to find the area of a triangle. No problem. Finding area is not an issue. All right. Area. This is what you do to find the area. So this is 2. Why did we square root PQ? All right. Why did you square root PQ? Check. Look at the question. The question, we are asked to find PQ, not PQ squared. But on the formula here is what? Is squared. Can you see? It is squared. So therefore, at the end of the calculations here, we need to square root. Check. We have a square. If you leave your answer here, it means that you've made a mistake and the answer is a square. Okay? Because 19.5, it will give you approximately 235. Is it 235? No. This one, 300 and the what? 380. Okay? So the answer will be this one. And this is a wrong answer if you just leave it as PQ squared. Okay? Formula is squared. Just know that every time you're dealing with this question, you're going to square root at some point. I think I've made that one that your question clear. I've answered your question. All right, we are asked to find the area of PQR, area of this triangle. Do you know that the area of this triangle, let me just write A is equals to, it is half like this, then the two given sides, the two given sides here on our formula are 8.9, 12.5, which is P and Q. So we're going to use P and Q here. So we're going to say P and Q, lower cases or small letters. Then here, since we are using cosine rule, but the formula for calculating area is we use sine, not sine rule, but this trig identity. I mean trig ratio, which is what? Sine. So use sine. Sine what? Sine the angle given here, r. So we're going to write capital letter r. In other words, look. In other words, all the three sides, I mean all the three letters must be represented here on the formula. How can you know that you've made a mistake? You can know that you've made a mistake if you've repeated a letter. We will have P, Q, and R. And here, all the three letters must be represented, two of which must be sides and one must be an angle. Must be an angle. So here, this R is an angle, then the two sides. If you just write P and then sine P, it means that you need to find the angle P. I think that is clear. So half, what is our P? This is just 2 marks. You don't really need to spend, to waste time here. What is our P? Our P is 12.5. So we're going to multiply by 12.5. And then times here, 12 times 8.9, which is our Q, 8.9. Sine 130.6 degrees, 130.6, 130, not 136, 130.6 degrees. So this is 2 marks. You can punch here everything in your calculator. So you can say half, which is the same as 0.5, multiplied by 12.5 times 8.9. Okay, sine 130.6. This is giving me 42.2344466. Check the degree of accuracy. Even here is not specified. Let's leave our answer correct to 3 significant what? Figures. If you just joined, guys, you are welcome. You can consider subscribing. We are solving 2024 GCE Mathematics Paper 2 random questions. All right. So this is 42. So the third significant figure is this 2 here. And the number after this 2 is less than 5. So we're not going to add anything to this 2. This 2 will remain the way it is. So the answer will be 42.2 square centimeters. Since this is area, don't forget to square it. Okay. Then the last question, on question A here, is saying shortest distance. Calculate the shortest distance from R to PQ. From R to PQ. 2 marks. So from R to PQ, check, let me just draw this here. Like this. Check. This is more like you're forming 2 right angle triangles with that height. So in other words, we are calculating this here. So how do you calculate that? Just know this formula, guys. Just know this formula. This is question 3. Shortest distance, which is just SD, is equals to 2 times area over the base. Area over the base. Now, 2 times, what is the area? The area is this, the one we've already calculated here. If you found this answer wrong, it means that even this one is what? Wrong. For the 2.2, the base is this. Check. From R to PQ. So get PQ here. All right. Now what is PQ? We've already calculated as 19.5. This one. And if this one is also wrong, then your answer is double wrong if there is that term in English. Okay. Okay. So we can now calculate 2 times 42.2, 42.2, all right, divided by 19.5, divided by 19.5. 19.5, this is giving me 4.32828.205. all right, remember what we've been dealing with. Leave your answer correct to what? To 3 significant figures. So this one becomes 1. So this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then the number after this 2 is what? Is 8. So we can leave your answer to this. We can add 1 to this one, becomes 3. Then this one remains as 3. So point. Okay, then centimeters. So now, since everything here is in one decimal place, so you can also leave your answer to one decimal place. There's no problem. So let's check. So you can compare. Is it really the shortest distance when you compare with all the sides? This is 8.9, 12.5. We've found 19.5. Indeed, this is the shortest distance. During the exam, I'm doing the correct thing. Guys, if you just joined, we are answering 2024 mathematics GCE paper 2. Okay. All right. Question B. I think this is still trigonometry. Let me just answer it. This is trigonometric equation. Question B. So we are asked to solve this equation. So the first thing when you're given such equation, concentrate on the first part. So from 2 here up to this point. That's all. Then this is a condition given here. This is a condition. It's 1 mark. Don't waste time. It's 1 mark. So it is, let me just copy the first part. It is 2 sine x is equals to 1. Check. The first thing is you need to make sine x independent. So this is 2 sine x. We divide both sides by what? By 2. Okay, so that we have sine x is equals to, this is half, which is just 0.5. all right, 0.5. In the first thing you need to know is find the reference angle in the first quadrant. Find the reference angle in the first quadrant. If you don't know the issue, when the quadrant, the cast diagram, then anyway, don't worry. This is just a mark anyway. Okay, don't be on pressure. It's a mark, but a mark can cost you a lot. You need the actual lesson explaining on the cast diagram. I think you can go on the list of my videos I have. I think I explained on one of my videos, yes, the cast diagram. You can check. All right, look here. You need to leave x independent here. You need to say, so it will be x is equals to, you take the inverse of sine, so it will be sine inverse of 0.5. 0.5. Okay, what is sine inverse of 0.5? If my mind serves me well, this is a special angle. This is supposed to be 30 degrees. Okay, 30 degrees. So the x, the theta, the reference angle is 30 degrees. Where 30 degrees is in the first what? In the first quadrant. Because in the first quadrant, the maximum is 90 degrees. Here, 180 degrees. The third quadrant is 270 degrees. Then here, 360 degrees. Okay? Now we've been given the condition. We've been given the condition that our answer should be between 90 and 270. 270. Okay? That's the first condition. Between 90 and 270. The other condition is that where sign is positive. Check. Here is positive. It's 0.5. It's positive 1/2. So sign is positive in the first quadrant. Okay? First quadrant here. So here it's A, S tangent C. So in the first quadrant, all trig ratios are what? Are positive. But in the first quadrant here is what? It's less than 90 or equal to 90. But here they're saying between 90 and what? And 270. And the first quadrant we found what? 30 degrees. So 30 degrees, this is not part of our answer. This will be used as the just reference angle. Okay? As a reference angle. So, where else is the sign positive? In the second quadrant. And the maximum is 180. So what we're going to do is to subtract. To say maximum, which is 180 degrees, minus the reference angle, the angle in the first quadrant here, 30 degrees. Okay? 30 degrees. And the answer is 150 degrees. 150 satisfies this condition. Why are you not using this 270? Because in this quadrant only tangent is positive. Here only cosine is positive. The other two negative. And here we're told that it's supposed to be what? Positive. So this is the answer. Bonus question. We can answer this algebraic question, though it's not part of the trigonometry. But let's answer it anyway, because it's part of question 9. Simplify 3x to the power 3 minus 6x to the power 2 over x to the power 2 minus 2x. Okay? 2x. Now, when you're given such a question, just know that this is only one term over. So just know that you're going to divide. Factorize rather. So what is common here in the numerator? What's common in the numerator here? 3 is common. Okay. X squared is also common. Because of x to the power 3, x to the power 2. So x squared is common. So open bracket. 3 into 3, 3 would cancel, is 1. 3 into x to the power 2 into x to the power 2 into x to the power 3. We just remain with 1x. It's just x here. Then 3 into negative 6 is negative 2. Okay, 2x into 2x we just cancel. So over what's down here, we can also factorize here by common factor. What's common is x. All right, so x factor out x. And x into x squared just remain with x. Then what do we have here? X into 2x, we just remain with what? 2. All right. So we have what is common on the numerator and denominator. The first what is common is, let's cancel out this x minus 2, x minus 2. Then check here, x into one of the x's here is just 3x. So the answer is just 3x to the question. Okay. Okay, I think 9 hours. We are done with the random questions. At 13 hours, we're going to be live again. So invite your friends. 13 hours, we'll be looking at section A of this same paper. So to do, let me just go through the questions. I'll take note of the questions that will be that will tell me to do what, to answer when we meet at 13 hours. So we have question 1 here, probability and sets. Question 2, construction. Okay, take note of the questions. I'll take the first 3 or first 3 questions. First 3 or 4 questions. Okay, so we have question 1, question 2, let's see, question 2. This is construction. Then question 3 here, algebra and vectors. Algebra and vectors. Then we have question 4. Question 4, you have quadratic equation and matrices. Then question 5. Question 5, we have this one, calculus, integration. Then we have this flowchart to pseudocode, of course. You have this one, geometric progression. Then this is algebra as the last question in section A. How many questions? Which questions should we answer at 13 hours? I'll be taking note of the questions that we will answer. Quickly, 2024 section A. If you've just joined, you are welcome. You can consider subscribing. We are winding up. I'm just taking questions, okay? Taking note questions that will answer at 13 hours when I'll go live again at 13 hours. Okay, so you can just give me the questions in the next 1 minute. Okay. Tell me, guys, where you are watching from. Where are you watching from? Let's know each other. By the way, I'm in Lusaka, Makeni area. That's where our tuition center is. Okay, I think you are not choosing. I'll choose for you randomly. I'll answer any 4 questions from section A of 2024 GCE Mathematics Paper 2. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Subscribe for more content like this. Every day we go live, okay, up to the time you finish writing your exams. Okay, thank you so much. May God bless you.